Happy Wednesday. Uh, so what is happening today is we're going over some drama that Ric Flair is facing right now. He is caught with Karen-like behavior, in my opinion, and I think it would be very interesting to cover this. So I figured I would. I've covered the WWE in the past before. I have covered Vince McMahon specifically in regards to his lawsuit that is pending right now. We've gone over the petition, the initial petition, and I was going to make a Vince McMahon video on soon, but I wanted to wait until the Vince McMahon video or the Vince McMahon lawsuit comes to an end. So the video is put on hold until then. Well, recently, as of Cinco de Mayo, Ric Flair has found himself into some drama. And what he has done is there was like a disturbance that was at this specific restaurant called Piesanos. And Ric Flair had gone to the restaurant to, I guess, enjoy a few drinks with his wife and his stepdaughter. And there was a bit of an occurrence where Ric Flair had gone to the bathroom. Somebody was taking too long in the bathroom. And Rick had like this issue with the person taking too long in the bathroom, supposedly. What a total Karen. But let's see. Let's get started. Let's see what Rick has to say. So Rick tweeted, of course, on Cinco de Mayo, I spent $1,500 at Piesanos to be disrespected more than I ever have in my entire life. After taking 20 pictures with customers and staff, I was asked to leave because of an issue I had with the kitchen manager taking too long in the bathroom. I would highly recommend that anyone who wants to enjoy relaxing time in Gainesville at a nice restaurant to never visit this place. Woo. I'm not going to do the Ric Flair voice. So there has been footage that has come out since then of Rick and how he's been acting at this restaurant. So let's watch this and see what happens.
That is bad for you.
Why would it be bad for me?
Well, watch social media tomorrow.
I don't follow social media.
Well, you better.
I don't get stuck on my phone.
What's your name, that job? Nicholas what? Nicholas Dickhead.
So what happened just now is that he's asking the guy at the bar, the guy in the blue shirt, what I'm assuming is the bar manager, what his name, and the guy says Nicholas, and I'm not going to say his last name, but blah. And then Ric Flair changed his last name and says Nicholas Dickhead. It sounds like Rick is drunk. Rick has gone on an interview since then, or since this occurrence, and has said that he wasn't drunk. But I'm not really buying it because he kind of sounds drunk right now. But that might be his heavy Minnesotan accent that he has. But yeah.
You don't have to call me like that, sir.
Don't ever talk.
You don't have to call me like that, sir. I'm not removing you.
I didn't do one thing wrong. I walked into the bathroom.
And you cussed on my kitchen manager.
You're a kid I accosted. Really? What world do you live in?
No, same world you
What
live
world do you live in? How did I accost him? Did I touch him?
Cuss him. You said cuss him.
So it seems like the manager is like trying to ask Rick what happened. It seems like Rick is still escalating at this point. My personal opinion, it feels like Rick is in the wrong here. Like, why is he escalating? Why is he shouting? It doesn't need to be this kind of public occurrence of embarrassment.
I never say a cuss word. You know, is that his word against yours? I didn't say one cuss word.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. Let's go.
God. No, ma'am, I'm gonna give you $1,000 tip just to say to him, kiss my ass.
Okay, so he says he's going to give $1,000 tip to the bar person or bar woman, um, just to tell the manager to kiss my ass. Now, in an interview this morning, I think it was this morning, Rick is going around saying, the bar lady was very pleasant. I tipped her $1,000, guys. This is fine. I tipped good. And now it's like, now we see the occurrence where Rick is only tipping this woman in spite of the manager, and it's pretty horrible. Like I wouldn't accept his money, but it's $1,000 tip, so maybe she accepted it.
If you walk outside here,
You don't have to be disrespectful to me, sir. We're being
I know you're disrespecting me,
How am I disrespectful?
telling me to leave.
I'm not telling you to leave. We're just telling you that you're cut off.
Oh, I'm cut off and I'm drunk? Really?
Yes, sir. You no matter if you're famous or not. It's the
Yeah,
same
ma'am, please give yourself $1,000 tip.
All right, let me do it.
$1,000 tip. This guy
So he's still attempting to do the $1,000 tip.
and I are so cool. She and I are cool. And along comes dipshit.
You don't have to call me that.
Then Rick calls the manager a dipshit.
I just said it.
I never did.
I'll say it again. You're a dipshit.
You have to get out of here right now.
Oh, I'm leaving. Trust me.
Thank God.
I won't come back again.
Thank God.
Come outside here and talk to me like a man.
I'm not gonna do that.
So then he's telling the guy to go outside and talk to him like a man. It's like, okay, Rick, like this isn't appropriate. Like, why do you think it's okay to act like this in a restaurant? I don't care if you're like fucking Bill Gates or like if you're, I don't know, the president of the United States. Don't act like this in a restaurant, okay? Especially when it comes to drinking. I'm very particular when I go out and drink. I like to, I don't even like to go out and drink publicly. I'll normally when I drink, I stay within the safety of my home because it's just safe here. And boyfriend is the same way too. We're both homebodies, but on occurrences when we do go out on vacation and we do go out drinking, because we will, we don't act like this. And it's just to act like this in a public setting while you're on vacation, while enjoying some drinks, it's Karen behavior.
Because I'm on the clock.
You push you're on the pussy clock.
Go outside if you want.
I was gonna stop.
Hey, you want to go out and talk with me in the parking lot? I don't work here. I don't give a shit. We'll talk to you.
What's that?
You heard me.
What's that?
Please stop, okay?
What did you just say to me?
So then someone pipes up and is like, if you want to talk to me like that, you can talk to me like that. I'm the owner of this restaurant. And then it seems like things are still escalating. The women behind the bar are asking both of the gentlemen or one of the gentlemen at the bar and Ric Flair to stop, but they're not listening. And it seems to continue to escalate.
What did you say to me?
Okay. And then the video ends. So, and that's thanks to the Hannibal TV fight and UFO videos. So thank you for showing the footage. But let's go to TMZ because this hasn't stopped from there. Like I said, Rick is it's a total Karen moment for Ric Flair, and it's just crazy that he acts like this in public settings. Like I said, I don't care how rich you are, just act freaking normal. Like especially when you drink, just come on, just have some common decency. Don't be rude. Don't get in fights. Just enjoy your vacation peacefully and just let everyone else around you enjoy their vacation peacefully too. Like, you're not the only person in the world, and nobody else in this world is created or was put on this planet to serve you. So it's very self-fulfilling kind of stuff with Ric Flair, and it's disgusting. It's like I wish you would stop, but you don't, and you're not going to learn. So whatever. So TMZ writes, Ric Flair addressed heated restaurant spat. I was wrong for getting mad. Right. So Ric Flair is sharing regret over losing his cool at Gainesville Pizza Joint over the weekend, saying he should have just walked right out the minute things got heated. As we previously reported, the Nature Boy was caught on camera yelling at Paisano staffer over alleged bathroom interaction with the kitchen manager, and things got intense. A patron offered to take things outside. Um, oh, um, um, then the article continues and it says, Neich, I'm totally butchering that name, joined the MJ Morning Show on Q105 to share his side of things on Wednesday. So Ric Flair, that's his last name, I guess. And while he does feel bad for for how things went down, he explained he also felt he needed to stick up for himself. It escalated, and I was wrong for getting mad, but I kind of felt like I was defending my position, Flair said on the radio show. Like, we clearly see, like, that's not the case whatsoever. Ric Flair was very much, in my opinion, the person escalating in the situation. You know, the managers are telling him to leave, or the managers are telling him to calm down. He's not listening. He stood up. He even tells the guy, we can talk outside like a man. He tips the girls or the women behind the bar $1,000 tip just to kiss, so the manager can kiss his ass or whatever. So things are very much escalating on Ric Flair's end. There was no de-escalation from Ric Flair from what I saw, in my opinion. So yeah, it's just, he's clearly lying on the radio show. Flair also backtracked on his scathing review of the eatery, admitting he enjoyed his time and the meal there before things went sideways. So this is the picture of the restaurant. And then the article continues, I was wrong for losing my temper. So directly quoting Ric Flair, I was wrong for losing my temper. He added, when I felt like I am put in that area where I'm uncomfortable, and all of a sudden everything just fell apart. I got upset. I was wrong for getting upset. I probably should have just walked out the door, but it caught me off guard because we're having a wonderful time. Then all of a sudden someone in their kitchen said I did something wrong in the bathroom, and no one and there's no one except me and him. And then so I would be interested into what the kitchen manager said, or what the kitchen manager accused Ric Flair of doing. So it's interesting. There might be further developments with this story. Then the article reads, as for the narrative, alcohol had anything to do with it. Flair denied being drunk or buzzed, saying he only had a Michelob Ultra, and probably 2 mixed drinks. So I don't know. Like, my tolerance, like if you're having beer and you're having 2 mixed drinks, like, you're probably drunk. But Ric Flair is a wrestler. You know, he is a man. I'm a woman. So maybe the standard of being drunk is different. Biologically, specifically, I'm a lighter weight, and Ric Flair's a wrestler. It probably weighs more than me. So he could probably handle those drinks and not be drunk. I think he was drunk, or at least at very least buzzed in my opinion. And he has no problem escalating. So, in this situation, although he says he should have just walked out, you didn't. So that's the reality of the situation. You didn't walk out. You continued to escalate, and now you're caught on camera, escalating the situation, and now it's becoming a PR issue because you can't control your anger. And get this, Flair said he ended up ordering some Paisanos grub on Uber Eats after the spat. So it sounds like he ain't exactly boycotting the place. So thank you, TMZ, for covering this. I just think it's super hilarious that Ric Flair is just he goes around acting like this pompous asshole or prick. There a long time ago, a few years ago, there was the airplane ride from hell, and there have been allegations with Ric Flair in the airplane ride from hell. And what happened was there was a lot of WWE superstars on an airplane. They were all drinking. There was some drugs involved. It was just a crazy. They were stuck on the tarmac, and the plane couldn't take off. So the superstars, Ric Flair included, were stuck drinking in the airplane, and some instances happened where Ric Flair had supposedly, allegedly, showed his crotch or flashed himself to everyone on the airplane, also to a few of the stewardesses, and apparently he tried getting the stewardesses to grope him or inappropriately touch them. They took it to a lawsuit. And I think the lawsuit had settled. I can't remember what exactly had happened from there, but it just seems like Rick just can't handle himself in public settings, and it's disappointing to see him go from the airplane ride from hell to now having Karen behavior or Karen moments in a bar because some guy was taking or a kitchen manager was taking too long in the bathroom, and you didn't like it, and supposedly the kitchen manager accused you of something, and your pride is hurt. So it's just like, dude, like, why can't you just put your pride aside? Who cares what other people think of you? You're never going to face that kitchen manager ever again in your life unless you go to Paisanos again. But this whole situation could have just not happened had he just put aside his pride. Rick claims he was sober and not drunk, but he still decided to escalate in the situation, and he still decided to be a giant asshole in public or at this restaurant. And it's like, people are just trying to enjoy their meal. We don't want to hear about some wrestler fighting in the restaurant while I enjoy my pizza. So it's just like, come on. I don't act that way in my personal life. I don't think anybody else acts that way. I don't even know anybody that has even gotten into a bar fight at all. So it's just surprising and very alien to me to see this kind of behavior come from Ric Flair, of all people. I used to like him when I was a kid watching WWE, and it seems like he's just gone downhill ever since he's retired. But that is all, you guys. I hope you love this quick video. It's going to be out later on today to the public. There will be another video coming out on Friday, which is the DMAX video, and then I will see you guys on Sunday for more coverage or more another live stream. But yeah, have a good day.